On the DONZI, okay, changing the lower end, the lower unit here. Let me try to do this for you. Got the plug on the bottom. We drained all this down. You got a drain on the bottom, then I got a drain right here. See it? Get you a little close up. See that? One there. That's the midway one. Then you got one on top. See it on top? Now, let me show you what you got. This is the one on the top. Okay? Goes in there like that. See that little groove? That little groove right there is your full. You don't go over that. Well, this way. Okay? You don't ever go over that. You got your bottom one. These have magnets. Those are magnets right there on the tip. See the magnet? Them are the magnets. Now, it's an 80 W90 Marine. Alright? I've been doing that. This is year 9. Every year I drain this unit, and there's usually a little bit of like creamy look to it. Let me see if I have a little bit in the pan here before we go any further. See, it's just got a little cream. That's a little moisture. Could be from sitting. That could be bad seal. But I run it, I check it all the time. So, in the bottom here, I got this little pump, cheap little pump. You put your gear oil on, you screw it on. I get a couple bottles ready, and what I do is just screw that in there lightly and start pumping. Now, remember that one up here I told you about? Wherever my finger is, there's one up on top. I'm just gonna keep pumping slowly here. All right, I was pumping. I got 1 quart in, not up to the second hole. I mean the first hole up. 1 quart in to the first hole. All right, second quart's on. Second quart. Second quart's in. Slowly pumping. You just got to keep an eye on it. Make sure it don't overflow on you. Right here. Get it to there. Okay, here we are. I'm up. It almost wants to come out, so I got my finger on it. Now you put the cap on. You put that plug in there, and then you pump up to the top. But you got to keep checking the top so you don't overflow. You don't want to overfill this. I think it'll break it. The gears will actually hydrolock or something and create too much pressure and break this case. So you want to get it just right. A little custom jabby. I broke it. I tried using it for something else and broke the thing off. So this works real good though. Get good leverage. So that's tightened up. That center one there, that first one up is tightened up. The oil is to there. So now we got to pump to the top. We got to keep checking it. Now I'm still pumping from the bottom. And as you can see, trying to get a good view here. We got to keep checking it with that. Cannot go over that little line. So what you do, you keep pumping up. Bear with me. Nothing on the stick. I'm into my second quart. I can't remember what it takes. It might take this whole quart before we're even on the stick here. We're into quart number 3. Number 3. And I'm just, let me show you this now. Pay attention. See how it's just tipping on the tip of that? Alright, as long as you see that, we're just touching the dipstick. What I'm going to do is put a couple more pumps in there and keep dipping it and seeing how close we can get. And then what I want to do is, I usually go 1 pump past it, okay? 1 pump past it, and then when I pull that out of here, when I pull that hose out of there, I might lose a touch when I put my cap back in there. All right, that's close. So what I do, I'm gonna wipe her down, give it a little wipe, redip it. That's what I want to show you. See it? Just above that line. So now I'm going to pull the plug out, and we're going to put the cap on. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. There's our dipper. Slap her in. She's on the stick. We're good to go. Now I just slightly thread it in there, and double check it. We're on the line perfectly. So that's that. I'm gonna snug this up now. Double check them. Don't over snug them. You snap them off in there, it's not a good day for you. You snug them tight. Now this one's ready to be snugged down. It's all checked, ready to go. Another thing, keep it level. When you go to do this, let it sit level for a little bit and check it. Okay. Now I'm gonna change the batteries, clean the terminals, get everything nice and nice, check the bilge pump, give her a good pre-flight. Let me explain something to you. Boating is kind of like flying an airplane. You gotta pre-flight the vessel, pre-flight the airplane, pre-flight it all. So the main thing is your safety, okay? When you're on the Great Lake George in upstate New York, at night you got to have all your lights, you got to have all your registration, your tags, your registration, everything's ready to go. The trailer has registration, that's all set to go for us. Life preservers, a flare, a throwable life preserver, got everything, horns. This boat's ready to roll. So always this is a big one. Everybody seems to forget when they're rushing around to get their plug, the plug for the boat. See that little guy down there, right there? Don't forget that, because you'll be that guy at the launch with your boat at the bottom of the lake.